wonderful time on our annual beach family vacation this year. It was a little chaotic, as you can imagine. We had, I think there was 14 of us all in one condo. 4 of those are 4 and under. And then, of course, we've got little Isabel, who decided to pick up hitting again. Y'all know that she sometimes picks up negative behaviors as a form of sensory input. And a few days before we left on vacation, she decided she wanted to start hitting her hand on her teeth, which bruised her hands terribly, and the hitting just consumes her if she's not under a weighted blanket. I would be lying if I didn't say I was very frustrated with that situation, very frustrated that of all weeks, she decided to pick up hitting the week of our vacation where we were going to be going nonstop. But we made the best of it. Stan made sacrifices, and he stayed up in the condo with Isabel and the twins many times while the rest of us went down to the beach or the lazy river. But there were several times that we were able to take Isabel down, and she loved the water. She loved being in the ocean. It was very calming for her. And so we know, because we're her parents and we know her very well, we knew when we could take her out and about and she would enjoy it, and we knew when she had enough. And so that is just the name of the game with her, and it doesn't change even when you're on vacation. As much fun as you have had planned and as excited as you are to make great memories with the whole family together, we know that these seasons are going to arise when you have children with special needs, and we just roll with the punches. There were many times where I was gritting my teeth and fussing at Isabel because of her hitting, and it would just frustrate me so, and I would have to stop myself and say, Ashley, she's not going to stop. It's out of her control, and it's out of your control, so just meet her where she's at. And that's what we strive to do every day with Isabel. And some days we do it really well, and some days we don't.
Do you want some water? Izzy, do you want some water? You want some water?
Early on in our trip, I had told Brantley, our 4-year-old grandson, that we needed to get some bread and feed the birds one day. Well, let me tell you, he did not forget about doing that, not even for like an hour. He was constantly obsessed with, when are we going to feed the birds some bread? And so finally, one afternoon, we were able to grab a loaf of bread and go down to the beach, and we had the best time feeding the birds. I thought they would be a little bit scared of all the birds flocking to them, but they did really well. And then at the end, they decided to chase all the birds off. So it was really so much fun. It's so much fun having these little toddlers around. They do keep you very busy and going, but I loved having them there, and they really did so well, just going and bouncing from activity to activity throughout the trip. Rainey made sure that they did get naps almost every day just to keep them well rested and in good spirits. And I don't know about you, but hearing a sweet toddler's voice is the sweetest thing ever. So I definitely had to document Brantley and Elise's sweet voices here.
Oh. seashells in the dirt?
Yes, digging a shovel.
Oh, we don't have to dig them with the shovels. Look at all these right here. Look.
Huh?
There's another dead clam.
Another dead one.
Another dead one.
Oh, their voices are so precious. But every year when we're at the beach, we always celebrate Addison and Michaela's birthdays. Addison turned 24, Michaela turned 12. They share the same birthday, so we always celebrate their birthdays at the beach. And when we weren't down at the beach or at the lazy river, we were in the condo with just craziness and loudness constantly happening. Uncle Jackson is so good with the toddlers and the twins. He had them always doing something, and as you can see here, I think he was putting people in jail, and that was Mika hitting him saying, "Hey, come get me, I want to be thrown in jail too." But they all play so well together. Little Elise, anything that Bubba does, she has to do. She follows him around, and it's really the cutest thing ever. Them being so close in age is really a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, we just had a great time in the condo. Pretty much like whatever you wanted to do, you could do. We ate a bunch of snacks, ate some good food. We did go out to eat a couple times to some nicer restaurants, and so that was fun. But let's face it, look, taking a large crowd out with little kids is challenging and very, very expensive. So we ate most of our meals in the condo, which was a lot of fun. The kids had a lot of popsicles, which they loved, and it was just a great time no matter where we were at. One of our most favorite activities that we do when we're at the beach is we rent a pontoon boat and we take it out for half a day, and we go tubing and we just drive around and sightsee. We normally are going to see some dolphins, which is really fun. Rainey chose to stay back at the condo with the twins. We didn't think they would do very well on a boat for 4 to 5 hours, but Addison did come and bring Brantley and Elise, and they loved it. They both actually each got on a tube. Elise loved it. Elise is a little daredevil, and that's her on the tube with Addison, and she giggled and laughed the entire time. So that was so much fun. I think this right here is Grayson and Mika. Mika, again, is a daredevil. In fact, I didn't get good video footage of it, but Michaela asked to go tubing by herself. So she actually went tubing by herself and loved every minute of it. And I think this is Andrea. She's tubing. Now, you can't go super fast on a pontoon boat and tubing, but it was such a fun day, and it's definitely the highlight of our beach week, I think, for everyone. Like I said earlier, Isabel really did well whenever we took her down to the beach and the swimming pool. We knew when she would get tired, so we would go set her in her chair, and here I am asking her if she wants some water, and she would get so excited because I would either pour the water on her legs and her body just to cool her off, and she would cackle and laugh. Or here, I'm trying to put her feet in the bag of water, but it really didn't work out very well. But regardless, she was really happy, honestly, as long as she had something weighted over her chest and her arms. And as you could tell, I put the floaties around her little wrist. That really helped with the hitting as well. So again, we just met her where she was at. Stan and I would take turns entertaining her or holding her. But as you can imagine, with that many people in your group and that many little ones, I mean, you were constantly bouncing, you know, baby to baby to baby to toddler to, hey, I just want a few minutes to lay out. Let me catch my breath. And then you get right back up and you do it all over again. I will say Rainey is such an amazing and patient mother. I mean, she just rolled with the punches. And as you can tell with her twins eating sand, as you've seen in the video, Rainey didn't care. The twins were happy. Eat a little sand. It'll wash out. It's not a big deal. But, thankfully, she's a very go-with-the-flow parent, and really, the twins were so happy just crawling in the sand. They loved crawling into the water. I was really impressed with how well they did, and it was so much fun having them on this beach trip. I remember taking Isabel down to the shoreline and laying her down there, like that's was my intention. I knew that she liked laying at the shoreline, and Rainey told me that there was a couple sitting off in the distance, and I guess they didn't see me set her down there and didn't realize like I was the parent. But she said for a good few minutes they were so very concerned about that child laying on the shoreline, and it was like the wife was talking to the husband, like, do we need to get up and go take care of that child? Is she okay? And you could tell Rainey was watching them go back and forth on like if they needed to get up and go check on Isabel. And then I walked over and, you know, picked her up and played with her in the water, and they realized, oh, okay, she does have a parent out here watching her. She is okay. But I thought that was funny, and I know people are wondering what is going on with that child. What kind of parenting skills do these people have? But I promise you, we've got it. We know what our girl loves. We know what she doesn't love. And as you can tell, she's like a fish out of water. When those waves crash up on her, she just starts kicking and flailing, and it's the cutest thing ever. But all in all, it was a great vacation. We ended it with taking some beautiful family pictures. We bribed all the little kids. You get a toy. I had them little prizes at the end of the photo session. If they did really well and smiled and didn't whine and didn't play in the sand, they would each get a little prize at the end, and they really did so well. Very pleased with how our pictures turned out, and I'm just so thankful that we do have the opportunity to take our whole family on annual vacations. It creates so many memories that will last a lifetime.